So, today we are going to be talking about dating and the relationships involved in dating. As soon as my screen loads, here we go. So, we're going to talk about dating relationships. And dating means different things to different people, depending upon your age, depending upon your culture. If you were to date in the country of India, in public you wouldn't hold hands or you wouldn't kiss or anything like that. Here in the United States, it's very common to see people holding hands or even kissing every once in a while. Different generations too. What your grandparents refer to as dating, what your parents refer to it in dating, or what you think dating is all about. But the main purpose of dating has not changed. People learn to relate to another person. And as you get older, it could be a potential life partner who someday you want to spend the rest of your life with. Dating poses possible risks. It is very awkward and uncomfortable. I mean, you're very nervous, especially if you've never been on a date before. You can feel really uncomfortable. And you're always afraid of rejection, but your generation just does it over text or Snapchat. If you're rejected, you don't get to see the person look really rejected when you say no. You could be cheated on. There's date rape. There's stalking. I've had students in my class where they've had restraining orders on somebody because the person that they were dating before kept stalking them. So it can pose possible risks, but just know that these are just possible risks. Other purposes of dating are enjoyment, to spend time with somebody. I mean, it's fun to do things with other people if you like that. Friendship and companionship. I mean, even when you think about it, as people get older and they lose their spouse, sometimes maybe your grandparents, one of them have passed away, and your grandma or grandpa found someone else to spend time and do things with for the companionship. Social skills and self-confidence. You learn how to actually have a conversation with somebody face to face when you date. I know, isn't that amazing? For personal development, it helps you grow as a person. You learn different viewpoints. You learn different ways of maybe doing something or thinking about something. And you learn about the opposite gender of another person if that's who you choose to date. If you are dating the same gender, you kind of already know that because you're that gender, but you kind of learn that, a woman can multitask, but a guy, they sometimes can only do one thing at a time. And I have learned that if I want my husband to listen to me, he should not be watching the Vikings play, or he shouldn't be watching ESPN, because when I ask him what I just said, he can't repeat it back to me. So you learn about those kinds of things. Giving and receiving love and affection, selecting a mate. You're going to get to that point in your life where you're like, I'm sick of dating. The next person is someone that I would really like to spend the rest of my life with. And it helps you prepare for marriage. It helps you kind of see, what is marriage going to be like? Positive relationships is one that I hope that you all have. Compatibility, where you have similar interests. You might like sports, you might like hunting, you might like traveling, you might like horseback riding, but what are some of your interests and activities you like to do? And being honest. There is nothing like being honest with somebody, because they can't read your mind. And you know what? Sometimes the truth hurts, but they have to know how you feel if you want things to work out. Respect. The other person values you. They really respect who you are and they want the best for you. They're supportive. They believe in you, and sometimes they will make their own sacrifices. Like if you have a couple and the one person is moving because they have a new job offer, maybe the other person wants to move along with them because they are very supportive of the other person. Trust without worrying or questioning. You shouldn't have to look at your boyfriend or girlfriend's phone all the time, because there's a trust issue there if you have to. Independence. allowing the other person to go and spend time with other people. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if someone controlled everything you did? That's not right. That's not normal. You should be able to spend time with your friends, and you should be able to spend time with the person that you are dating. The ability to resolve conflicts. How do you resolve them? I mean, do you yell? Do you argue? Do you, I mean, how do you handle it? Do you do the silent treatment where you don't talk to that person for a few days? Are you able to resolve conflicts? And the similar degree of commitment. I mean, how committed do you want to be? Are you going to see each other exclusively? Or are you going to see other people? I mean, you have to think about, are you on the same page on dating? And in the past, the male asked the female, and he also paid and picked her up. Now that's not the case. It's less formal. Either the man or the woman can ask each other out. A lot of online dating. I mean, I even know teachers that are married to people because of online dating. And then you have TV shows like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette that have to do with dating and getting married. So things have really kind of changed with dating. You don't see it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that online. They even have something that's called speed dating, where you sit down with somebody and you talk to them for 2 minutes, and then you rotate to the next person to the left of you, and then you do the same thing. You kind of like interview them and see if that's someone you'd be interested in. So things have really changed. We do need to talk a little bit about date rape. It does happen, unfortunately, and 1 in 3 college students have experienced a violent relationship. It's a pretty high percentage. And 1 in high school students have experienced a violent relationship as well. Addie, are you still on? Or is she off? Is it just Helena that's on?
It's just me.
Okay. Okay, you're just, what time is it?
11:14.
Oh, so we're not meeting till 11:20, so why don't you come back in a little bit?
I'll just say I'm not doing.
Okay, so hang on because I was in the middle of recording something, so just hang on.